you kind of describe kind of the back and forth between the offense and the defense thus far?
There's so many competitive plays being made on both sides, and Coach Riley's doing a really good job, and so is Coach West. And we got a lot of playmakers, on defense and on offense. So it's been really competitive, and just iron sharpening iron. A lot of deep balls, 50-50 balls. Offense gets some, defense gets some. We got a lot of explosive playmakers on that offensive side of the ball, so it really gives us a good challenge each and every day.
Heard a lot about Brian Wesco and TJ Moore. How do they change that offense going up against them?
Those are just two incredible young players. I mean, they've came in and they're some of the best freshmen. I mean, they're the best freshman receivers I've seen, and they got explosiveness, that deep vertical threat. Wesco can do it all. And, they just bring a whole different element, to the offense. And, of course, we already have guys, deep threats like Adam Randall and Cole Turner and Antonio. We already got guys, but we also got those new guys in the room, and they're really, explosive and young and bring that, spark to the offense.
RJ, what's a different feeling or a different chemistry that you guys are able to build being out at Jervey compared to in the controlled environment of the practice facility?
Being at Jervey, there's just, it's just a different type of atmosphere. It's more gritty. For some reason, the sun always shining right on Jervey. It's always 10 degrees hotter. And, practice is just a little bit tougher over there. So it definitely brings that, hard nose, real camp vibe, like it's hardcore over there. And then, our facility is really nice, and we're really fortunate to have a beautiful facility, and everything's really nice. So he likes to kind of take us into a little, backyard type of football situation. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I think Dad was saying that, like earlier in the week, that 5 out of the 6 practices were really good. One of them was not. He didn't really like it. What happens when there's a practice that isn't quite up to the standard in terms of where he wants it to be?
Yeah, we have a standard on how practice should look, and that's effort, everyone running to the ball, guys using the right technique, getting in their stances and just giving everything that you got. And, that first day or the day he was talking about, I guess that wasn't the case. And, it was pretty evident. So, we just got to come out every single day, with the right mentality, right mindset, run to the ball, use our right effort with technique, and just do the little things right. We won't have that problem.
I think he was talking also about just the way you guys finished last year, winning 5 games in a row, going to the offseason, obviously haven't accomplished everything you want to accomplish over the last few years. Like, how has that changed kind of the mindset or the mentality of the team just day-to-day practicing?
Yeah, just seeing all those guys, all my teammates from last year, just the way that we finished that season, and then that confidence coming into this season, just knowing that we got to finish the first game. We can't. It's not. You gotta finish the first game. You gotta finish the second game. Then you gotta finish the third game. You gotta finish the fourth game, and so on and so on. You can't just wait till you're 4-4 to decide to finish, because that's not good enough, and we all know it's not good enough. So we just got to start off with the finish that we want in mind at the beginning of the season, first game. So.
RJ, what do you think you guys get from a day on the lake like you just had? Like, what is that? I know it's a relaxing environment, but what does it do for team chemistry and bringing the guys together?
It's a lot of fun, just to take a day off. This year we had the day off, so we got to go to the lake and get on the boat with, Coach Sweeney, and we had golf and, everything to do out there. So it was just a really, mental recharge. Guys got to bond and, get closer with somebody you might not talk to a whole lot on offense or, other side of the ball. So it's just really special that we get to do that. And then, came back and met. So it was just great. It was a great day. It was a good physical and mental recharge day.
I saw a bunch of the guys jumping off the cliff. Other guys were, having some fun moments. What were some of the moments that stuck out to you that are like, oh yeah, I'm going to remember that for a little while?
Definitely, my boy Ricardo Jones did. I think it was a gainer off the cliff. I was like, that's crazy. And he just got here. Like, I think he just got here this spring. So I was just like, I ain't never seen him like outside really. I mean, I hang out with him, but like, at the lake, we haven't been to the lake together or nothing like that. So just seeing him just, just be loose, be himself, and it was just crazy. I didn't think he was gonna do that, kind of daredevil. I was like, that's crazy. So, yeah.
guess I asked you about the receivers earlier, just the offense in general, and obviously Cade going into his second year. Can you sense a different level of confidence or poise or execution? Are they different from kind of the offense you practiced against last year?
Yeah, Cade's really grown. His leadership, his whole mentality, everything that he's been through has built him into who he is now, and all the adversity, all the tough times, that he's had to go through, and everything that it was all growing pains, and he learned from those, and he's really developed into, a great player. And, he was good before, but, he's gotten a lot better. And, he's quicker with his reads. His confidence is up. He's leading the guys, he's speaking out more. And he's really taking command of that offense. So I'm really excited to see what he does.
I guess, obviously we know about Khalil, we know about you and Tyler, older guys or more experienced guys. Are any of the younger guys like Billings, Webb, Copel, Griffon, any of those guys standing out to you in camp? Anybody in particular?
All those guys you listed, I think are really good players. And, a lot of those guys can play right now. A guy that comes to mind when I think about, I think Kylon Griffon, he already played last season, and, he's been making plays in camp, and he really knows what to do, and he can play every position. He's not scared. He's not afraid to ask questions, and he knows all three positions. And, he's just really came a long way, last season, especially from his freshman year to now. It's been really incredible to see him and just how he's bought in and just waited and grown. So him, and then Ricardo Jones just came in, he came in right off the bat, making plays. And I'm really excited to see what he does this year. He brings a lot of energy and juice to the defense. And, he's really athletic. He naturally gets the game. He picks up on the defense really quick, being a freshman, picking up on all that, playing safety. And he could play multiple positions, too. He could play free, strong, nickel as well, and he just got here. So that just shows you the type of kid he is and the type of mindset that he had coming in here. And then Rob Billings, Rob Billings is amazing. I mean, he's physical. He's 6'2", 6'3", 210. He comes downhill, hits, can cover, is long, makes plays. So he's just really instinctual. And, those other guys are making plays too as well. So those are just three that come to mind whenever you say that. So, yeah.
As Khalil was telling us, just mentally, he's kind of seeing things a little bit more, obviously, having played a year. Can you tell kind of any difference in him in terms of his understanding and the plays he's making in practice? Is there any difference there?
Yeah, for sure. Khalil just really grown overall. He's a real student of the game, and now he can teach the game to, the freshmen coming in, so he can help Ricardo and Joe and those guys, and teach them things, which is really a new part of his game. His freshman year, he was just playing, making plays. He knew the defense, but, he was just out there playing football. And now he can really, coach the defense and teach it. So he's really taking that step, and he knows what all the positions have to do, and he can play any strong, free, nickel. He's played all of them. And, he's just a really smart, instinctual player that just makes plays, and now he can coach the defense, so that's awesome.
What is the leadership dynamic like on this defense? Again, a lot of experienced guys like you, Tyler, but, obviously a lot of younger guys who have a lot of experience as well. Like, what is the mix like in terms of just guys using their voice, being vocal, helping one another, having some of those younger guys that are kind of emerging as well?
Yeah, I mean, we have so many leaders on our defense, guys that have played a lot, and vets, and also young guys that played last year that are stepping into leadership roles. And, just being one of the older guys, it's really cool to see, a young guy like Shelton Lewis, speak up and, whenever something he feels not right, speak up and say it. And, have conviction and be confident about it and be a leader. And same with Khalil Barnes as well. So just seeing those guys, and Peter Woods as well, he's about to be a sophomore, and he's already, taking charge and being a leader, him and Cuddy and Barrett, and Wade, we got so many good leaders on our defense. And, everyone's leadership style is different, and we really all work together. I feel like it's nobody trying to, big dog anybody. Everyone's really working together, and I feel like we're really on the same page.
I think you brought up Shelton. I think I heard on a podcast, like, he's a really big trash talker. What is he like on the field, I guess, every day at practice?
Shelton's a really, he's a really good competitor. He just competes. He's just a natural competitor. And, he wants to be the best in everything he does. And, whenever he makes a play, he's going to let you know it, and that's what I love about him. He plays with a ton of confidence. He's a great player, instinctual, quick, fast, all that, and has really good technique. So, whenever he makes a play, he's going to let the offense know about it. And he flies around and always has a smile on his face and brings good energy, and a really demanding player. So I'm really excited for him this year.
Anybody needs Shelton Lewis? He just kind of started outside. Any further questions for RJ?
Just one more. Just about Tyler. So you obviously you've lived with him. You played for his dad, Brent. Are they similar as people, or are they very different, or how would you say?
It's crazy just seeing, Tyler just pick up, just, grow as a man and start developing some of the traits that, BV had. It's really cool to see, and he's grown into a great leader. He always had the, characteristics of a leader, from our freshman year to now, but he's really just grown as a leader. And it's funny. Even they kind of talk the same as well. So it's really funny, seeing stuff like that. And he's really growing into a great leader for this defense.
We'll take one more for RJ with you guys and just match one back in.
I guess what you say in terms of the leadership, like how does Tyler lead? Does it sound a lot like his dad, or is it his own style?
That's a tough question. It's unique, but the voice kind of sounds similar to Coach V. So it's funny to hear it, and guys kind of joke around, but like, there goes Coach V. But he's really just done a great job this whole offseason and this camp leading.